traders, FXPIPCOLLECTOR here. Today is Friday, TGIF, and it is July 14th. So, welcome to today's live stream. Thanks for coming. I really do appreciate the support as always. Definitely like and subscribe to my channel if you have not done so already. It makes a huge difference to push my live streams and my videos out to new people. And also, if you have not done so already, I definitely would suggest joining my free Discord community. We have about 3,600 members in the community right now. It's getting to be a really large community. 100% free to join. No obligations to ever pay a dime if you do not want to. And if you do want some extra help with your trading, you definitely can join my Patreon membership, which comes with the trading course, a bunch of educational information. We do a quick meeting every single morning before the London session, and a whole bunch of other benefits. So definitely check that out if you are interested. So anyways, let's start off as usual. Now, before we get started real quick, we do have to realize that today we do have some news today also. We have consumer sentiment today for the US dollar and inflation expectations for the US dollar, which inflation went down to 3%, and now they're thinking that maybe it might end up going back up to 3.3. So we'll have to see how that works today. That's going to be during the live stream, so we'll definitely check that out together. But we're going to start off as usual. Since we have time today, I think we need to do our full top-down analysis all the way from the monthly to the 1 hour. Then we're going to take any information we learned by analyzing the DXY US dollar index, and we're going to apply it to all the other US dollar pairs, including gold. We'll probably take a look at couple commodities like oil, natural gas, probably look at Bitcoin, most likely take a look at the stock market and the yen pairs also. Hey Odin, how's it going today? Nice to see you. Thanks for showing up. So let's start off by looking at this DXY. I do like to sometimes zoom out a little bit because just to get a big perspective about this DXY chart on the monthly time frame. Hey Quizzy, how are you doing today? So one thing you really have to notice on the DXY monthly is we got a lower high, we got a lower high, we got a lower high. On top of that, we also have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which I think is an A. Hey Chris, how's it going today? We have what I believe to be an A, B, C, and then we have another uptrend for what I think is a C. So we have a lower high, and we have 3 waves up to a Fibonacci level with a big impulsive engulfing move to the downside. I think that is the end of a correction. And what happens at the end of an ABC correction? The same thing happens at the end of an ABC, whether it's on the 1 month, the 1 minute, or anything in between, which is at the end of an ABC correction, you get the continuation of the downtrend, and it usually will go down and make a new low. So that's why I'm expecting that the US dollar probably over the next, we're looking at the monthly time frame here, so probably over the next year or two is eventually going to end up making a new low, probably taking out this low right here, probably all the way down to at least the $70 range. So that's the monthly time frame. That's obviously going to take a very long time to play out. So let's go down to the weekly. I prefer to switch back to the dollar index when I go down. So hey Ben Vidquick, how's it going today? So we definitely got a nice look at downtrend right here. Looks like a wave 1. I think this is very clearly an ABC correction. I think it's a wave 2. Went right to the 38% Fibonacci level, made a nice impulsive turn down. I think it's very clear that we're in a 1, 2, 3, and that this is probably over the coming weeks and months going to continue to make lower lows, lower highs, and continue the downtrend for a big wave 3. Now, just because I believe we're in a wave 3 on the weekly and the monthly does not mean that there's not going to be some big pullbacks along the way, especially on these shorter time frames. So let's head down to the daily time frame. On the daily time frame, I think it's very clear that we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves down. Then we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves up. Wave A. This is all one trend right here. A, a B. 3 waves up. B, a B. Little downtrend. C, a B. Then we got a nice uptrend right here, which looks like a wave C. So I think we have an irregular wave C, which is why I'm calling it an irregular wave C, is because it's a lower low than the wave A, but I definitely think it is a wave C. Then we have a downtrend, which I believe to be a 1. We have a correction, which I believe to be a 2, and we got a new downtrend, which I believe to be the beginning stages of a wave 3. Now, like I said on the weekly, I mean, there's going to be plenty of pullbacks along the way. It's not like this thing is just going to make one big massive trend down without seeing any pullbacks, but pullbacks are always good for us because those give us opportunities to go short again for the continuation of the downtrend, maybe even build a position the whole way down. So let's take it down to the 4-hour time frame. 4-hour time frame, I think it's very clear that this right here is a downtrend, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, with a higher low for the wave 5. It's actually much clearer on the DXY if we look at that one. It's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves down, then it's an ABC, impulsive down, and then a little ABC. So this is probably a 1 and a 2, and we're most likely in a wave 3. We are going up a little bit today, which I kind of think that we are due for a pullback, so I probably will end up making a little bit of a move to the upside, but I still think that's just a subdivision of a much bigger trend. I think that's just a pullback, and I think it's just going to end up continuing the downtrend. Probably not today, but definitely I would say next week, I would say, is a good time for us to be looking for more shorts in a downtrend. Going down to the 1-hour time frame, very, very strong downtrend, as you can see. That is very, very clear to me that this is a wave 3. It already has 3 waves up right here, so I mean, there's definitely a possibility that today's news could cause it to continue the downtrend. We definitely don't see any reason to think the trend is over on any of the higher time frames. So if we see 3 waves up, if we see impulsive down, I would definitely take it as a short, and it very easily could end up continuing the downtrend. So we definitely want to be aware that the trend is definitely not confirmed to be over. It looks like we're in a pullback, and I would think that it would actually end up making a bigger pullback, something like that. But with a strong trend like this, it's a very good likelihood that it might just end up continuing the downtrend. Hey yo, how's it going today? Hey, yeah, we're definitely going to look at the yen pairs also today. So we always start off by looking at the dollar pairs first. That's pretty much always my top priority. And then the yen pairs are pretty much my second priority. So going to the euro dollar, I think it's very, very clear on the euro dollar that we had the end of a correction right here. This is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves up, wave 1. This is a correction right here, wave 2. So I believe this right here is a wave 3. We are not bouncing off a fib level. We are definitely not taking out structure. There's no reason at all to think this is over. And if it really is a wave 3, then it's probably going to go at least to the 161.8 and maybe even a lot further than that. So let's head down to the 4-hour time frame. 4-hour time frame, you can clearly see the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves up, wave 1, A, B, C, D, E down, wave 2, and I do believe that this is all just part of one big trend right here, which is obviously what I think is a wave 3. Hey, buddy. Yeah, no, that link, that second link was a link to my paid membership, but my Discord channel is 100% free to join. I'll add the link again right here in the chat and in the description. The Discord channel is 100% free. You never have to pay a dime if you do not want to. The other link that you clicked on is my paid program, which comes with my trading course and a whole bunch of educational information. But you never have to join if you don't want to. You can stay a free member for as long as you want. So let's head down to the 1-hour time frame. 1-hour time frame, I think that it's pretty clear that we probably are going to make a move down today. This is impulsive with a break of structure, probably a wave A. This is most likely 3 waves up, probably a wave B, and we're probably going to go down for a wave C. Then probably next week, or maybe even towards the end of today, I would think that we're going to make another impulsive move up for the continuation of the uptrend. So I would definitely still be looking for longs on the euro dollar. I do expect that we may get a push down, but in a big wave 3 like I believe we are, it very easily could just make one candle down and then just keep on going up. So going counter trend trading this trend, a big wave 3 of 3, is definitely kind of dangerous. I would definitely be trading with the trend for sure. So looking at the pound dollar on the daily time frame, also very clear to me. It's very, very similar to the euro dollar, that we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves up, probably a wave 1. This is very clearly a 3-way pattern down, probably a wave 2. I think that this is all part of a wave 3 and that it is going to continue to make higher highs, higher lows. So if this really is a wave 3, then it's probably going to go at least to the 161.8, which is way up here. Way up here is my target for a wave 3. So I would expect that we have a lot more upside potential on all these pairs. That doesn't necessarily mean that there's not going to be some pullbacks, but I definitely think there's going to be plenty more long opportunities along the way. Going down to the 4-hour is just like the euro dollar. We got almost a perfect looking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we have an A, B, C. It looks like a 1, 2. It was still in a wave 3 of wave 3. Definitely no reason to think this is over. We do have a little bit of a fib bounce, but I don't think that's any reason to think that this trend is over. I would definitely still be looking for longs in an uptrend for sure on these sort of time frames. Going down to the 1 hour time frame, I think that today's news is probably more likely to cause the dollar to go up, and this is probably going to end up going down, honestly, just to finish off a correction, and then probably later on, either the day or later on, probably Sunday or Monday, when the market opens back up, is when it will actually end up continuing the uptrend. So let's take a look at the Aussie dollar. Aussie dollar very strong up, very strong down, and then it was very strong up again. We are all the way back up into these highs, which is probably a big liquidation area, so I would imagine that it probably is going to end up continuing up. But is this making a pullback? Looks to me like a 1, looks like a 2. It looks like this is just going to keep on trending up for wave 3, 4, and 5, basically just like the other dollar pairs. Moving down to the 4 hour time frame is where I see what I think is probably an ABC correction right here. I think this right here is an uptrend for a 1. I think this is like an ABC of 2. And I think this is all part of a wave 3. I think that this current pullback that we're getting is just a subdivision of a much bigger uptrend, and that it will end up continuing to make higher highs, higher lows. Probably similar to this wave 1 trend, except for probably a lot bigger than that. So taking it down to the 1 hour time frame. 1 hour time frame, I mean, it kind of looks to me almost like this one is already in a wave C. It kind of looks like 1 down, 3 up, and then this is a downtrend for the C. So if we do get an impulsive turn to the upside, I think this would make a good long opportunity for a continuation of the uptrend. But I would definitely have to see an impulsive engulfing move to the upside before I would actually go long for the continuation of the uptrend. So let's take it down to the Kiwi dollar, which is very, very correlated to the Aussie dollar. Kiwi dollar, very similar. It looks like an uptrend right here for the 1. I think this is 3 waves down for the 2. I think we're in a wave 3, which I believe is going to continue to make higher highs, higher lows, and just keep on going up. So let's take it down to the 4 hour time frame. 4 hour time frame, I think it's very clear that this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is a wave 5 with a lower high. That does happen quite often in the Forex market. This looks like an A, 3 waves up for a B, and impulsive down for a C. And this is very clearly to me a 1. There's probably an ABC in here for the 2, and this is all part of a wave 3. I think any movement we see to the downside is going to be just nothing more than a correction to the uptrend, and I think our primary goal should be to continue to look for longs in an uptrend on this sort of time frames. Heading down to the 1 hour time frame, I kind of see that this looks like it could be in an ABC too. It kind of looks like impulsive down wave A, kind of looks like 3 waves up wave B. It kind of looks like it's already in a wave C. So if this does make an impulsive engulfing move to the upside at the news today, I would definitely take that as a long opportunity for the continuation of the uptrend. So definitely still looking for longs on that one for sure, just like all the other pairs. US dollar Canadian, we're looking for shorts. US dollar Canadian, I think is very clear also. What we have here is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves down, wave 1, A, B, C up, wave 2. This right here I believe is a 1 of 3. I think this is an ABC, like a 2 of 3. I think that we're just going to keep on making lower lows, lower highs for wave 3 of wave 3. So that definitely tells me that I am for sure looking for longs in an uptrend, shorts in a downtrend. So going down to the 4 hour time frame, I think this first trend down here, right here, is a 1. I think this is an ABC of 2. I think we're in a wave 3 right now. This is like a 1, 2, 3. And really, this kind of looks like it could be a wave 4. It could make a wave 5 and then go up again. But really, it's probably more likely to just keep on. This is just a subdivision of a much bigger trend. And it's probably just going to keep on making lower highs, and just keep on trending down, all part of a wave 3 of wave 3. So let's take it down to the 1 hour time frame. 1 hour time frame, pretty clear that we're in a pullback right now. I'm looking for 3 waves up, and we already have 3 waves up. So if the news comes out and this makes an impulsive engulfing turn to the downside, I would definitely take that as another short for the continuation potentially of the downtrend. So I am definitely still looking for shorts on this one for sure. So US dollar Swiss. US dollar Swiss has been one of the strongest ones to the downside. And I think the US dollar Swiss is also very clear. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves down, A, B, C up. This is a little trend right here, a little correction, like a 1, 2. And this is all part of a wave 3, just like the other ones. Just like the other ones, I don't think this trend is over. I think it probably is due for a pullback, but I think it's just going to be a subdivision of a much bigger trend, and then it will end up continuing to make lower highs, and just keep on trending down. So heading down to the 4-hour time frame, whoops, I don't want to move that around, let me lock that in. So definitely got a little bit of an end of a trend right here by the looks of it. But that's definitely not the end of anything, I don't think. It's probably just the beginning of a correction and probably will end up continuing the downtrend. I definitely, for sure, I'm still looking for shorts in a downtrend on this one. I definitely don't think I would try to go long on this one. This little shape down here definitely looks to me like a 3, 4, 5 shape, and we do have an impulsive up. We do have a little bit of a break of structure, so it probably will end up making something like this, maybe something like that. But looking at all the other dollar pairs, I'm starting to wonder if this is already in a wave C. This little spike right here could be a wave A. This could easily be 3 waves down for the B, and this could already be in the wave C. So I would not really be trying to go long on this. Instead, I would definitely be trying to go short for the continuation of the downtrend. At least until I see some sort of a reason on the higher time frames to think that this trend is over, I would definitely be doing nothing on the shorter time frames, but looking for shorts in a downtrend. The US dollar yen. US dollar yen was very, very strong to the downside. Now, I have my Fibonacci extension on here, and it's not really bouncing off a fib level. It is going up a little bit, but it's definitely not bouncing off a fib level. I think it might be a 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's going to go down one more time for a wave 5. It definitely seems like it's not really complete yet, but it definitely could be. Let's go down to the shorter time frames. Yeah, to me it looks like this is like a 1 here. This is probably like an ABC of 2, and this looks like it's all one trend for like a wave 3. I'm starting to wonder if this is actually a wave A, which I think is kind of similar on all the other yen pairs. Hey Bear, how's it going? Yeah, we're going to look at the yen pairs. Hey Vicky, how are you doing today? And Oliver, how's it going? So I think there's a good chance this move down probably is a wave B. There probably is a good chance it's going to go up and make a C, maybe end up doing something like that to make like a wave 4 and a wave 5. It might not even be that big because this wave 2 is not that big. It might end up looking something like that and then go down one more time to finish off a wave A or a wave 1. Doesn't really look to me like the trend is over. I mean, it is breaking structure, but it looks like the trend and its ending is this trend right here, which is a wave 3. This is probably a wave 1, which means that the trend is probably actually not even over yet. So it definitely seems like we're going to have another wave, probably down on this one, but probably we're going to have to make a 3-wave pattern first. So it's probably not even going to do it today, probably next week sometime. 1 hour time frame, that's definitely a trend right there. That's not a correction, that's definitely a trend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 waves up, probably a wave A. I bet it's going to make a B and a C probably throughout today. Trading the end of a wave B might be a halfway decent long opportunity. I mean, I would take a wave B trade. I just would never trade a wave A. But if it makes an ABC correction, if it makes an impulsive down, if it makes a break of structure, I would definitely be more interested in trying to go short again. I would think this would go down at least to the 100% Fibonacci extension of the daily time frame extension that I was showing earlier. Probably going to be a 3, a 4, and a wave 5, just like I was showing on the higher time frames. So, let's go check out gold. Gold has been pretty fun. Gold is sometimes a little bit of a pain, I would say, but I still think that gold is pretty clear. I mean, I'm still very clear on what I think gold is doing. It seems to me like gold has already ended a correction. It really seems to me like this is like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right here, and this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of A. This is a B in the middle, and then this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of C. So it seems to me like And we turned right at the 61.8, so it seems to me like the wave C probably is over, and this is probably actually now already in an uptrend, and it's probably going to continue to make higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, higher lows. Part of the reason why I believe this too is because of the US dollar analysis. There's no way that the US dollar is just going to keep on trending down, and this one's not going to keep on trending up. I do realize that gold doesn't always completely correlate with the dollar, but if the dollar is going to continue down in a big wave 3, there's pretty much no way that this is not going to continue up in like a wave 3. So I definitely think that the correction is over. So going down to the 4-hour time frame, I think this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ways up, probably a 1. A, B, C down, probably a 2. I think this is like a 1, 2, 3. It does kind of look like it could be a 4 and a 5. But what's probably more likely that this is this is just a subdivision of a much bigger trend, and it's probably just going to keep on making higher highs, higher lows if I had to guess, especially looking at the dollar index and all other correlated pairs. Now, one thing that I definitely have to pay attention to too is silver is very correlated with gold. And they definitely don't make the exact same patterns, but I can look at silver and say that extremely confidently that this is a trend followed by a correction followed by a trend. A, B, C. Silver, I think, is almost 100% trending up right now. Turned right at the 61.8. That definitely looks like it's trending up. Gold is very, very correlated with silver, as this gold is not quite as strong as silver right now, but I definitely think it's going to do something very, very similar. So we already looked at the 4-hour. Let's take it down to the 1-hour. So we do have that news coming out. Like I said, it does seem like it's more likely that the dollar is probably going to take a breath and probably end up going up. So this is probably going to be, I bet this is going to be a 3, 4, 5. But I think it's just going to be the end of a little subdivision, like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right here. It probably is going to go down. It probably is going to break structure, but I think it's just going to be another correction, and probably sometime next week it'll probably end another correction and probably end up continuing the uptrend. So it seems pretty likely to me that gold is going up longer term. Even if it does go down and break structure, I think it's still going to just be another correction, and I think it's just going to keep on trending up. So, what time is it? We got about 7 minutes before this news comes out. This is definitely not like a really, really big news event like the CPI news that we had earlier this week, but it probably will cause a little bit of a movement in the market. So we definitely want to make sure we're watching the US dollar pairs while that news comes out for sure. So let's see what else we can check out while we're waiting. We got about 6 minutes. We don't really want to sit here and wait for that. We're definitely going to check the yen pairs. We're definitely going to check a few commodities out. But let's go look at Bitcoin real quick, because we can look at that one and be done with that in time to go look at the dollar pairs again. I kind of think that Bitcoin is still going up. I don't really see any reason to think otherwise. It looks like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ways down. It looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ways up, wave A. It looks like a correction, wave B. I think we got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of C coming. I'm starting to think that the 50% is probably the most likely place for this to end in ABC or B. I think this is an A, and I think it is eventually going to go down someplace between the $8,000 and $12,000 area to finish at wave C. So I definitely think that it is going to go down, but I think it's going up probably for several months before it even thinks about going down. Going to the daily time frame, I think it's pretty clear that the daily time frame is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves up, probably a wave A. I think this is very clearly a correction, probably a wave B. I think someplace right here we got a 1, probably a 2. I don't know if we have a complete 2 yet. That's the part that I'm not really sure about. I wouldn't be surprised if it went down again to complete like a 1, 2, and then back up for a 3. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. I think that it is going up longer term, but shorter term, it kind of seems like it, maybe not. It's hard to tell, because I do see a complete trend right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think that could already be the 1. This is just a very overlapping corrector pattern, and you'll see that it made like 3 waves down, like 3 waves up, and 3 waves down. I think it's probably a WXY, and it may have already completed the wave 2 by the looks of it. And this is a 1, a WXY of 2, and it just keeps on making higher highs, higher lows for a wave 3 of wave C. Definitely seems like the most likely thing to happen. I was thinking it might go down to make a more proper ABC correction, but I think we may have a WXY, and it seems like it's already over. Ooh, talk about the ABC though. Look at this. ABC down. If this impulsive up holds above that level right there, I'm going to say that's the end of a correction, end of an ABC correction on Bitcoin. And I would definitely take that as a long. I personally don't trade Bitcoin or any cryptocurrencies, but I do analyze it because it is very popular, and it definitely looks like it's made an ABC correction, and it definitely looks like it is going to end up continuing the uptrend. So if this impulsive move up holds above structure like that, I would definitely be starting to look for pullback entries for the continuation of the uptrend for sure. So, what do we got? We got about 3 minutes until the news comes out. What do we think about the stock market? Oh, it's still going up pretty strong. You know, it's approaching that 78%. I still think we're in a wave 3 of wave C, which is a wave C of wave B. It looks very clear to me that it's a 1, 2, 3. I'm sure we are going to experience some resistance around this 78% level. Probably going to make a 4 and a 5 right there. And possibly end of wave C right there. I have a theory that it is going to go up and make all new all-time highs, just because we are going into an election year coming up this year. Not this year, but next year is going to be an election year in the US. I think that it probably is going to finish off at 3 at some point, go down, make like a 4, and then go up and make a 5. But I think that it's probably going to just keep on drifting up. But right now, we are definitely going up. Look at that. 1, 2, 3 waves down, impulsive up, go long. Even down here, 1, 2, 3 waves up, impulsive up. Definitely still in an uptrend. I definitely don't see any reason to think the trend is over. So if I see 3 waves down, impulsive up, I would definitely continue to look for longs in an uptrend. We see absolutely no reason to think this trend is over. And if we go all the way up to the weekly time frame, I do think there's a good chance this is a wave B, but I think that it may go up and make a new high. It's probably going to bounce off to 78%, make a correction, but I think over the next coming months, it's going to go up and make a new high because the Democrats are going to want to see the stock market in all-time highs when the election rolls around, so that way they can pat themselves on the back about how the stock market is making all-time highs, and that they did that, and it's all their fault that the market's in such high all-time highs. They can pat themselves on the back and be all proud of themselves, even though it probably had nothing to do with them. So anyways, let's head down to the dollar pairs, because we have about 2 minutes until the news comes out. Like I said, this is definitely not a really big news event, and it really looks like the dollar's ending a correction right now, doesn't it? 3 waves up, impulsive down. It kind of looks like it's just going to keep going down, which honestly I wouldn't be surprised at all if it did. I mean, my initial thoughts were that it was going to go up like that and make like a wave A. That's what according to like my Elliott wave instinct, that is definitely what I would think is going to happen, is an ABC correction. But just because that's what I think doesn't mean that's what's going to happen. I mean, it looks like it made 3 waves up. It looks like it's making an impulsive move down. It very easily could just keep on going down, and if this keeps going down, the Euro, Pound, Aussie, Kiwi will keep going up. The Canadian, Swiss, Yen probably will keep going down, and gold will probably keep going up also. But like I said, I don't know. I think there's a good chance it will keep going down, but my initial thoughts are still that it's probably going to go up and do a wave A, which is going to be a pretty decent move to the upside. I'm not going to trade this news event, I don't think. I don't really know. I think that if I was going to trade it, it would be to the short side for sure. I mean, we do have a break of structure, so like I said, my initial thoughts is that it was going to go up like this at the news. So let's see if that's actually what happens. It definitely seems like it. Look at the DXY, impulsive up, 3 waves down. It looks like it's going to go up and make a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of A. So we have about 15 seconds until the news comes up. I'm saying that the dollar's going up. I'm saying that these pairs are going down. I'm saying those pairs are probably going to go up, and gold probably will make a move down also. I don't know if it would be worth me getting in, but that's what I think. And here comes the news. We have to remember that this is not a big news event. It's not like the CPI news or the non-farm payroll news, a FOMC meeting or anything like that. So don't expect a big giant move. But I still think the most likely thing to happen is this is a 1, 2. It's going to make a 3, 4, 5 up wave A probably for the rest of the day. Yeah, I would say it's going up. Or I would say the euro's going down. Yeah, definitely. Look at those three waves up right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down, wave A. I would say that's almost definitely what's going to happen. Oh, okay, Yana, let's see what the news was. Positive, negative? I don't really honestly care what the numbers are. They were a little positive for the dollar. These ones were negative, so the news was mixed, big time. Yeah, so on the 5 minute time frame, it probably looked like a big move, but if you go up to like the 1 hour or 4 hour time frame, it probably wasn't a very big move. Oh yeah, that's right. I was looking at yesterday. I don't know why that thing didn't update. Oh, there we go. It is positive. So yeah, it's positive for the dollar. They think that the inflation's going to go back up to 3.4. Yeah. I would say it's going down for 1, 2, probably 3, 4, 5 of A. I would say almost definitely. This one was already going down. It's probably going to continue to go down a little bit throughout the day, I would say. Probably make a 3, 4, 5 shape, and then probably make a B and a C, and then sometime next week continue the uptrend. Kiwi, kind of the same thing. Maybe it'll continue to stretch out a little bit, and then eventually make a B and a C, and then back up she goes. Yeah, look at that. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of wave A, most likely. Nice. I think once again we called the news perfectly. We've been doing that a lot lately on doing these live streams, so definitely tune in. I try to live stream at least a couple news events a week, and we've been hitting it pretty much right on the head almost every time, it seems like. Going up for a wave A. Hey Vicky, yeah, we're going to go look at the yen pairs after this, and then we'll go look at some commodities. Dollar yen, it finally broke structure. I think this is all part of a wave A too, though, but it might end up stretching out a little bit, especially with the fact that the I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. Especially with the news for the dollar that just came out. Gold probably is going to try to make a move down too. I still think it's part of a crutch into the uptrend, but it probably is going to make a move down. What's that? Boogie? Boogie what? Boogie board up? Boogie. Oh, but not so. Okay, I couldn't see it. I was like, boogie board? What the heck is boogie board? So, yeah, well, yeah, gold. The yen pairs are definitely making a little bit of a move. There's always a chance that the trend keeps going too. I mean, I think it's a way B, but it definitely doesn't have to be. It kind of looks more like a 1, 2, 3, doesn't it? I would definitely be looking for longs. Luckily, this morning in the members forecast meeting that we did this morning, I was saying that we're looking for longs. So, I mean, if it just keeps on going up and it's not a way B, it's definitely not going to affect my trading any because I'm looking for longs anyways. Yeah, definitely. Sorry, that British slang, I don't really have the hang of it yet, even though so many members of my group are British. It looks pretty impulsive on the daily, wow. I mean, there's definitely a chance that it's going to just keep on going up. It looks like it should be a way B, but it definitely doesn't have to be. Yeah, it looks more like a 1, 2, 3, doesn't it? For sure, I totally agree with you on that, for sure. The pound yen, same thing. It looks like a 1, 2, 3. These yen pairs very easily could just keep on going up, which is what some of our members were saying that it could do. I mean, yen, it definitely makes motive wave corrections. Hey, Yen Barry, your ears must have been ringing because you're the one that I was thinking of. The yen pairs do look like they very easily could just keep on going up. They're very impulsive, aren't they? The Swiss yen, yeah, that's the one I was going to go long on too. Looks like a 1, 2, 3. I mean, if it turns down on that third wave and breaks structure, then that would change my mind, but it's definitely looking like a 1, 2, 3. This one looks more like it could be a Kretzen and go back down. Kiwi. Yeah, Kiwi. Looks more like a trend. Canadian yen finally broke structure. That's good. Hopefully you're coming out of that stupid hole you were in there. Yeah. It seems like it's going to be a way B on this one, though. It looks like I still think that it's going to make a move down, but it definitely could make a new high. Ooh, it did pretty much break structure, make a new high, it definitely could still be a wave B. So keep that in mind, that this very easily could still end up going down to make a wave C. So we definitely want to keep that in mind for sure. This one was the one to go long on with the break of structure. We could tell just because the Swiss has been so strong that this was probably the one to do. Looks like the news might have affected the yen more than the dollar. The dollar's barely even moving. The yen pair's made a little bit of a move today, though. Definitely, that's all today, too. This was a beautiful long this morning. 1, 2, 3 waves down, impulsive up, go long. Unfortunately, it happened at 4 o'clock in the morning, UK time, but... Oh, nice. Good job, Aki. Awesome. 1, 2, 3 waves down. Look at that. That was a very, very nice entry to go long on the pound yen this morning. Almost picture perfect entries. 1, 2, 3 waves down, impulsive up. This one does look, I don't know. I still think that it could go down, so be careful. It definitely could be a wave B. Yeah, I know. It definitely looks like this could be a wave A. This could be a little correction for the B, and it looks like it could be a wave C. But it doesn't look like it's over yet, so I would definitely still be holding on to my longs probably. This one, I was wondering, because this looks like 3 waves down right here. I was wondering if this was an irregular ABC right here, and this is like going to go up a little more and then end up going down. Be careful on that one. That's Canadian yen. I don't know. I don't trust that one, just because of how weak the Canadian has been. This one's kind of the same deal. It looks like this is a trend, like a wave A. This looks like a correction to that trend, wave B. This could definitely be a wave C, and if it is, that's going to turn back down and keep going down. So be careful on those yen pairs. Yeah, we're going to go do oil, natural gas next. And yeah, we can check out the NASDAQ. We looked at the S&P, which is pretty much the same thing, but... Did that possibly make 3 waves down right there? 1, 2, 3? I don't know. It's kind of a... You kind of got to really kind of use your imagination to get this one to work. I don't know. I don't really think that's probably what's going on. It's probably only a wave A on this one, just like the other dollar pairs. Now let's see if the dollar made a movement. Not really, huh? Yeah. Trying to go short on any of these dollar pairs is like trying to catch a falling knife that was dropped off a 60-story building. Probably not a good idea. So if you get another long opportunity, it'd probably be a good idea, but trying to catch that knife is probably not gonna, you're probably gonna get cut. Oil. Ooh, oil's going down a little bit. During a Zoom meeting yesterday, Philip was telling us why he thought that the oil was going to make a move down. Not all the way down, but like a pretty decent move down, like something like this. He might be right, honestly, because there's a bunch of those daily open liquidity areas down below. So he probably is right. I mean, it probably is going to go down. It just broke this high right here, which is a structure level that we've been waiting for it to break. Broke it by a few pips, and now it's probably going to go down, make an ABC correction, and then later on go back up. So I think Philip's right about that. He's usually pretty good with this oil. It looks like it's probably just a wave A. It's probably going to go down, make an A, make a B, probably make a C, and then back up again. After I think it's going to probably go down to at least here, though. Probably going to be a little bigger than that. Probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Probably something like that. Before it ends up going back up. We'll have to see. Oil's going down. Natural gas might be going up. I don't know. It almost seems like sometimes they're inversely correlated. Kind of seems like this is the most likely thing to happen. A, B, and C. Come down into this liquidity area or whatever. And then bam, back up. I think that's pretty likely. Definitely. So natural gas is about to boogie, huh? Let's see. Man, it looks like it's getting ready to make another big old drawn out correction. That's a pretty big sideways movement right there, big time. We got a wicked channel going on right there. Yeah, I think it's ready for some movement down, don't you, Ricky? Philip yesterday during our live stream was telling us that the why oil was going down because of that liquidity area that I just showed you. All that untapped open, not liquidity, but those market open boxes that he uses. There's a whole bunch of them down there that have been untapped. Man, look at that one. It's going all the way back down to like 100%. I thought for sure this was going to end the correction just because of how clear this is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. WXY downtrend for the C. But then I guess it made 3 waves up right there, so it probably is a wave D. Probably is going down for a wave E. So yeah, it probably is going to go down, take out these lows, stop everybody out that went long on that nice clear ABC correction, and then that's when it's probably going to take off to the upside. Hey Menu, how you doing today, bud? Checking out some movements on sugar. We can take a quick look at sugar since we're already here. 1 hour time frame. Yeah, that's a pretty big movement down. It's probably going to go down and take out this low. I bet grab all those stop losses before it goes back up. It definitely did make 3 waves up, so I guess we should have tried to recognize that. It's not easy at the time probably, but then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down. Take out these lows and then bam, up it goes, I bet. Sugar, what's sugar up to? It's still drifting up, isn't it? Yeah, this looks like, to me, it's going up. A, B, C down. That's the end of a correction. This is going to make a new uptrend, I bet. I bet it's going all the way up there to take out those highs. 4 hour time frame. Yeah, I think we're in a wave 3. 1, A, B, C down. Wave 2. I think we're in a wave 3. Probably going to do something like this over the next coming weeks. Yeah, I agree. It probably has one more push down before just to grab everybody's stop losses before it goes up. Looks like a trend right here. This is a 1. Look at that. That's actually very clear. 3 waves down, 2. Now we're making higher highs, higher lows. Probably going to continue to do so. It looks like a wave 3. I would definitely continue to look for longs on that one for sure. Probably a nice 3-wave pullback on the 15-minute time frame. Oh yeah, look at that. 1, 2, 3 waves down. Even right here, 1, 2, 3 waves down. 1, 2, 3 waves down. 1, 2, 3 waves down. This one is kind of like natural gas. It seems to make some nice pullbacks, kind of like natural gas. I do have to appreciate the pullbacks that some of these commodities seem to make. Some of them seem to make some really nice looking pullbacks, like 3-wave patterns almost every time. Let's see, NASDAQ. Ooh, wow, look at that. It's passing to 78% too. Wow, with some momentum too. That's definitely going to go make a new high. Whew, big time. Look at the momentum that thing has. The dollar, is the dollar going down right now? Let me just switch back real quick. Whoops. Yeah, the dollar is really struggling to go up. I don't think that's going to work out. That is definitely in an uptrend. Look at the correction it had today too. 1, 2, 3 waves down, impulsive up. That was a really, really nice entry. Really, really nice entry. Nice. Everything's looking pretty good. So let's see. We checked out oil, natural gas. So if anybody has some requests, let me know. That things that we have not already looked at, definitely let me know. I'm going to check the chats real quick, see if there's anything in the chats that any of my Patreon members left. So, God, nice. Doesn't look like there's any requests in the chats. So if anybody in the chats on YouTube wants me to look at something that we have not already looked at, I'll spend the last 15 minutes looking at a few things. Yeah, usually we do end by looking at the dollar pairs again. Yeah, like I said, trying to go short on any of these, trying to trade against the dollar right now is like trying to catch a knife that was dropped off a 30-story building. you're pretty much guaranteed to get cut if you try to catch it. Which means if you try to go short on this, you're probably going to get cut and burnt. It's not respecting a fib level, it's not bouncing off anything. It's probably a good idea to just keep on looking for longs. Wow, the kids are out there playing today. Yeah, there was some massive moves this week, wasn't there? I mean, geez, I don't think I'd be trying to go short on this. I mean, it might go down. I still think it probably will go down, but it's probably going to be a correction. It's probably going to go up. It's probably more likely to just keep going up. I was thinking that it would stretch out a little more, which I still kind of think that it will, but I don't know. I definitely wouldn't. I think it's going to go down, but I definitely wouldn't put any money on that. If anything, I would be buying right now. I'd put a buy order in, put a stop loss way out of the way, and then see what happens. It's probably going to end up doing something like that. So I definitely wouldn't be trying to sell this thing. They all made 3 waves up, which is why I thought that maybe we were getting close to going up again. I was thinking that it would go down, make a more proper looking wave C before it went up though. But a correction is hard to know. Corrections do whatever the heck they want to do. That's the problem sometimes. The USD Canadian looks more like a trend. Looks like a wave C or a wave A. This is probably going to do something like this over the next couple trading days and then go down again. USD Swiss. Yeah, we definitely had a break of structure on the USD Swiss. Probably is a wave A. Probably going to do something like this. Yeah, let's go look at something besides this dollar pairs. We always look at those 3-4 times. I feel like that's all I look at. Orange juice. Whoa, I don't know about that one. What's this? Oh, grandma calling. Wicked. Back where I'm from in the U.S., they got some extremely bad flooding and storms going on right now. Lots and lots of people are in some real bad shape. Look up Vermont in the USA, and you'll see some extremely bad flooding back where I am originally from. Let's look at the Aussie Kiwi for this fella, or whatever. The Euro Pound. I'm not really sure about orange juice. I could look it up probably at some point. Ooh, yeah, I think this is the one that Philip is trading short. It definitely looks like it's either a 1 or an A. This is either a B or a 2, and this is either going down for a C or a 3. A C would probably look like that. A 3 would probably look more like this. And just keep on going down. Either scenario, it's probably going down for a long ways. I would definitely continue to look for shorts on this at the end of pullbacks for sure. Yeah, it kind of looks like it could go up again though. Kind of looks like this is a B, and it could go up again. But I definitely would be going. I'd definitely be looking for shorts for sure. Yeah, that looks extremely overlapping. It looks like it's going to go up again, honestly, to make a C. But like I said, I would definitely, I mean, you could definitely trade to the upside to wave C, but I would definitely primarily be looking for the short for the wave, the end of the correction and the continuation of that big downtrend on the longer time frames. The Euro Pound. Euro Pound, I was actually just looking at this one earlier. I just did some fresh analysis on this. I don't think the move down is done. I think it's going to at least go down to here, but I think it is getting close to being done. It looks like an ABC. It looks like it's going to go up again. But I don't think the wave C is quite done yet. I think it needs to go down a little bit more, and then back up it will go. Yeah, I don't think it's done yet. I just put this line in here. That's what's going to tell us that the trend is over. If price breaks this high right here, then we'll know that the trend is over, and we'll know that it's time to start looking for longs. But right now, it looks like it's going to go down again, probably to 61.8. That orange juice makes me think of Trading Spaces. Isn't that what they were trading on, Trading Spaces, that movie, Orange Juice? I think the best thing for us to do is probably be looking for shorts. I think this is probably going to be an ABC of some sort. Probably a crescent to this last wave down. If I see something like that, I see an impulsive trend to the downside, I would definitely take that as a short for sure. Yeah, for sure. I would definitely be looking for a short. If I saw something like this and then an impulsive engulfing turn, break of structure, I would definitely be going short. I think that the weekly and monthly are definitely telling us that it's going to go down again. Let's see. Aussie Kiwi. I don't even know if she's still here or not. She's probably already gone. I don't even know. Orange juice. Oop, I just had it. Orange juice. I don't know. I've never in my life looked at this. Oh wow, look at the gaps on it. Holy, gap central. Yeah, I don't think that's even readable for me. Yeah, I don't think that's really readable. Kind of looks like it's going to go down. Kind of looks like an A, B, and then down for a C, but this is gap central big time. I think it's probably going to go down, but that's kind of a unreadable pair in my opinion. Yeah, exactly. Make me thirsty too. I love some good old OJ. Let's see. Did I miss anybody's request? I got the Aussie Kiwi, the Pound Kiwi. I got the US Yen, Aussie dollar. We got all those. CAD dollar, which is US dollar CAD. So, did anything happen for the news today or what? Jesus, not really, huh? Yeah, definitely not. Man, almost nothing happened at the news today. What do we have for news next week? Let's see. Hopefully not much is going on Tuesday because I do have to take Tuesday off. Oh, we got retail sales on Tuesday. I'm probably going to have my laptop and use my phone as a hotspot because my internet's not going to be on Tuesday. So Monday I'll be doing my normal videos, my normal live streams, just like always. But Tuesday I'm moving to a different apartment, which means that I'm not going to have internet until they're coming at 5:30 p.m. So I won't have internet until after that. So I'm not going to be making videos or doing live streams or anything that day. I'm probably going to have my laptop, and I'll probably still do a little bit of chatting in the Patreon's membership area on Tuesday. And we got those G20 meetings going on too, so that's kind of a big deal too. That's usually a kind of a, when those G20 meetings go on, that can really affect some things like the yen and the Swiss. What do we got on Wednesday? We got CPI for the pound on Wednesday, unemployment, Aussie, unemployment, the dollar. Friday we got retail sales, core retail sales. And I think it's the week after when the market's really going to be moving. On February 26th, we got FOMC statement again. That's going to be a big, big news event for sure. So definitely check that out. I mean, next week, we got some pretty good news next week, just not really a whole lot for the dollar. So definitely, if you have not done so already, definitely like and subscribe to my channel. It makes a huge difference for YouTube pushing my streams and my videos out to new members. Also, if you have not done so already, which I see most out of 47 people who voted, 79% of people said that they've already joined my Discord channel. It's 100% free to join. You never have to pay a penny if you do not want to. You can stay a free member for as long as you want. There's plenty of people in the group willing to help you out. I really encourage everybody to join, share your ideas, and everything else. Definitely join, share your ideas. Oh, okay. We looked at OJ, but it didn't really. I don't know. I might not be looking at the right one. It's 4 gaps. I might not be looking at the right one. I don't really. Is the one that you look at got all those gaps? I might be looking at the wrong OJ. I don't know. But if you have not done so already, definitely join and subscribe, and definitely join my Discord channel. It's 100% free to join. Yeah, hey Vicky, so probably it's going to end up going down again, I would say, just because it's impulsive. It looks kind of corrective, and it looks like it's going to go down again. But it's a very, very hard pair to read because of all these gaps. Gap central, big time. I was just saying how the OJ makes me, the OJ chart makes me think of one of my favorite movies, which is Trading Spaces. I'm pretty sure that OJ is what they were trading during that movie. Yeah, this one's pretty difficult, honestly. I mean, the trend is definitely up, but it looks like impulsive down. It looks like three ways up. It looks like it's going to go down again. I don't think I would go any lower than the daily because then it just turns into gap central. Look at that thing. Wow, there's some major gaps on this thing. I don't know if it's because it closes. At 6 p.m. it closes and it doesn't open back up until 1 p.m. the next day. So it must close when the New York market's not open. So we already looked at all the pound pairs. We looked at pretty much everything, and it is Friday. I mean, we do have a lot of the New York session still to go, but I definitely think I'm calling it. I'm going to keep an eye on my charts throughout the rest of the day. If you have not done so already, definitely join my Discord channel, 100% free to join. And if anybody is looking for a little help with their trading, I have a trading course with 38 videos, 7.5 hours worth of training. I have educational information. I do a morning 20-minute meeting every single day before the London session for my members. And I do a members forecast on all the dollar pairs and all the yen pairs for my Patreon members. So if anybody is interested in joining and receiving any of those benefits, the link for that is in the chat and in the description. If you want to join my Discord channel as a free member, I really do encourage you to join. Share your charts, share your trade ideas, interact with other traders, and just be a part of the community. It's a really, really good community of like-minded traders, and currently we have how many people? 3,719 members. We already looked at Bitcoin, buddy. So yeah, we have a lot of members, and let me make this a little bigger. And every single morning I do a members forecast on all the dollar pairs, including the dollar basket, the JPY basket, all the dollar pairs, including gold, and all the yen pairs. And we also do a 20-minute Zoom meeting every morning, or a live stream every morning, where I show everybody which direction I'm trading, which pairs I'm looking to trade, what I'm looking for to enter a trade. So if anybody is interested in joining my Patreon so you can be part of that, then definitely check that out. I do that meeting every single morning around 9 a.m., 9:15 a.m. UK time, and I do the members forecast usually before I even do that. So, and it comes with the trading course and everything else. So I hope everybody enjoys the rest of the day. Like I said, the New York session is in. It still has a few hours before that's going to end. So there's plenty of opportunities, I'm sure, to be had. If you missed the yen analysis or the dollar analysis, then definitely you might have to watch the replay. But yeah, I hope everybody enjoys the rest of the day, and as always, happy trading and good luck to everybody.